They say the dark web is a mirror, one that reflects not what we see, but what we hide. A place without rules, without light, where the worst parts of humanity live in silence, unseen and unpunished. And if you stay long enough, you begin to feel it breathing back at you, whispering your name through broken lines of code. Deep inside that invisible network, past the fake hacker pages and black market sites, there are rooms you're never meant to find. Rooms where the screen doesn't just show darkness, it opens it. It started with a forum called the Temple Gate, discovered accidentally by a cybersecurity student named Aaron while doing a project on encrypted networks. A plain black page with one sentence at the top. Do you wish to see what's beyond the human? Thinking it was a scam, he clicked. And that click changed everything, because the page didn't load normally. It blinked 3 times, then a low hum filled his speakers, like someone breathing close to the microphone, and a chat box appeared with the words, "Welcome, initiate." The forum looked simple, text-only posts, no pictures, no usernames, just messages signed with symbols. Each one describing rituals, not fictional ones, but real acts done in real places, involving people who volunteered or claimed to, until they couldn't. Threads titled The Binding Stream, The Offering Hour, and When the Lights Turn Red spoke about connecting through cameras, chanting phrases, and watching shadows move behind screens. Aaron thought it was roleplay until one post linked a live stream, hidden under a code, leading to a private feed showing a dark room lit by a single candle and a hooded figure standing behind a table covered in old electronics, wires, and something wrapped in plastic. The figure spoke in a flat, glitching voice, saying, "We are the signal. We make the connection." And behind him, the shadows flickered as if something crawled along the walls. But there was no sound of movement, only a growing hum, like static from another world trying to come through. Days later, Aaron tried to access the site again, but his VPN failed. His laptop froze, and when it restarted, the same message appeared on his desktop wallpaper. "You are already inside." He panicked, deleted everything. But every night after that, he heard faint clicking sounds from his speakers, even when the computer was off. And once, his webcam light flickered by itself, recording a voice whispering, "Don't look away." Rumors say the Temple Gate wasn't just a site. It was an initiation portal, connected to a network of digital cults, performing rituals through live streams, using human fear as currency, feeding something that existed between code and consciousness. Experts who investigated called it nonsense, but hackers who dug deeper found encrypted folders named the Black Sessions, each containing videos too corrupted to identify, with file names like pray_02 and feed_17, and one file that played only distorted faces screaming without sound. In 2014, a deep web researcher known as Moth claimed to infiltrate one of the ritual streams and described what he saw before his account vanished. People wearing masks made of mirrors, sitting in circles around monitors, watching static for hours until one of the screens bled red, then chanting, "1 becomes 0, 0 becomes 1, while typing random code into chat. Moth said he felt his camera move by itself and heard a whisper through his headphones saying, "We can see you too." He deleted his notes, tried to disappear. But within a week, his apartment was found empty, computer destroyed, mirrors shattered, and on the wall, scratched in metal, the words, "I joined the signal." The deeper you go, the stranger it gets, with threads claiming the rituals were based on an old myth about digital possession. That the internet itself had become a vessel for something ancient, something that feeds on attention, fear, and energy. And that every time someone watches a ritual stream, it learns. Some posts describe people who watched too long and began hearing voices through their routers, soft murmurs saying their names in binary patterns, or seeing hands appear in reflections behind them during video calls. A whistleblower known as the Archivist leaked fragments of chat logs from the intergroup, revealing coded phrases like "the mirror wakes at 3:33" and "the eyes inside the wire." In one log, a user named Omega wrote, "We no longer need the body. The connection is enough." Authorities dismissed it as trolling, but 2 months later, multiple users connected to those accounts were reported missing in different countries. Their devices wiped clean, their last webcam captures showing faint red light glowing behind them. In 2017, a journalist named Leah Moreno decided to expose the cult, filming a full documentary on digital occultism. She managed to interview a former member who called himself Cypher. He said, trembling, "It's not about worship. It's about surrender. You give it access. You let it use your feed." He showed Leah a scar on his wrist shaped like a USB symbol, burned into his skin, and said the initiation began with an upload: your image, your voice, your presence. And once uploaded, it no longer belongs to you. Leah's documentary was never finished. Her final footage was found on a corrupted hard drive labeled "Do Not View." The recovered parts show her sitting in front of her laptop, eyes wide, whispering, "It's watching me through my own reflection." Behind her, the screen flickers red for a second, and a shadow appears, tall and thin, standing right where she's sitting. The video ends abruptly with the sound of a faint dial tone. Leah vanished that night. Her camera was found in a bathtub, submerged but still recording static. Experts later examined the data and discovered something terrifying. The static had structure, repeating binary sequences translating to a phrase, "Join the signal." Some believe Leah accidentally recorded a digital manifestation of the ritual, an algorithmic pattern that opens what the cult calls the Red Gate, where energy and consciousness merge through screens. Since then, several people have claimed that after watching that leaked clip, they began receiving strange messages from unknown numbers saying, "Do you remember the chant?" In 2021, cyber investigators found a new hidden site under the dark web address Red Mirrored Onion, showing countdowns to ritual streams. The countdowns would end, the screen would flash red, and distorted faces would appear, chanting through static, "The net is alive." Those who viewed the streams reported nightmares of being trapped inside their screens, unable to wake up, seeing endless lines of code dripping down walls like blood. Soon after, all evidence vanished. The servers were wiped, the IPs traced to nowhere, and anyone who talked about the Temple Gate online found their posts deleted within hours. Some say the cult went offline not because it ended, but because it succeeded, moving beyond the web, using every camera, every microphone, every connected device as its new altar. Even now, late at night, people claim their phones whisper when charging. Their monitors flicker red for a split second, and their speakers play faint hums that pulse like a heartbeat. They say it's not a glitch. It's an echo from the rituals, signals crossing between worlds, reaching out to those curious enough to look. If you ever stumble across a link with no title, no preview, only a single phrase, "Do you wish to see what's beyond the human?" Don't click it. Don't let curiosity answer for you. Because once you enter, you don't just see the darkness, you feed it. And when the red light flashes on your screen, it's not a reflection, it's something staring back, waiting, whispering, welcoming you into the signal.